Okay. That sounds crisp. These microphones sound really crisp tonight. Maybe it's just me.
No more audio issue.
I guess
Fix
not.
the audio issue.
Everybody, if you're listening to this or you're watching it, if you're watching it, you're probably also listening to it. Thanks. This is episode 79, and we're going to talk about guns. This is the Three Dudes podcast.
Can you imagine someone was watching the show without listening to it?
Just
They're
subtitles
like to
only?
guess
Just
what they're
mute.
thinking.
What if they're deaf?
Saying, yeah. We don't do subtitles, so.
Isn't that auto-generated or no?
Yeah, you can on
I
YouTube now.
suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine reading our show. It's got to be a bad read.
Terrible. You're really rough read.
Yeah.
This is Easton. He's one of my friends. I've known him for a while. And this is Broden. Also known him for a while and also one of my friends. And today we're going to do just a silly little episode on our podcast.
Another
silly
one.
little podcast.
78, huh? There we go.
79.
79, huh? There we go.
79. We've been
Almost
doing
to
this-
80.
We've been doing this for a while.
I was waiting for you to say 80 burger.
Almost to the 80 burger.
What is that?
80 podcast episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
80 squid.
Anytime, like, they say burger after it, you know?
I guess.
Like, if someone had 50 home runs in a season, it's like, oh, yeah, you put up a 50 burger this year.
1507, baby.
Yeah.
Is that
like,
a thing?
You've never heard someone say burger after a
Never.
number?
Yeah,
No.
I have.
Yeah.
Usually it's after like 50 or 100 or something, but not like 79 burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually only if I'm at like Five Guys or a burger establishment when they go, here's
Here's your burger.
here's order 70, your burger.
Here's a 70 burger.
That's me. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat this now. Yeah, so let's talk about guns a little bit. A gun is a device designed to propel a projectile using pressure or explosive force. The projectiles are typically solid, but can also be pressurized liquid. For example, water guns or gas.
I was wondering what the
Light
pressurized
gas,
liquid was
Yeah.
until you went into it.
Just a spit gun.
Yeah. It's true.
I've
As
been
long as it's propelled and pressurized.
been known to spit on some people.
I spit on Easton one time. He
Yep.
hit me with a PVC pipe.
You ever heard that story, Liam?
No,
It
you
was-
spit on him.
We were wrestling and I hit him with a PVC pipe. His
Yeah.
lip started bleeding, so he spit on me, on my face.
Spit the bloody spit on
He was
his
like
face.
over top of me, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Get off of me!" Hit him with a PVC pipe. I think he realized he was bleeding. He's like, right in my face, and I was like, "Are we kidding right now?"
That's so
And it was
disrespectful.
full-
We were
blown.
probably like 12
Yeah, it was full blown. I don't even
I
know
was
if I
so
know
scared of
what
him after
what
that.
do you do after that? After someone spits on your face?
Dude, I was
You have to
terrified
fight.
of
That's
him.
so disrespectful.
Because, I mean, he's like a little bit bigger than me now, but like when we were kids, he was like a full grown man compared to me.
Yeah.
And I was just terrified the rest of the night. I'm like, this guy's going to hold me down and just choke me.
I might actually kill him. Yeah,
Strangle you in your sleep.
yeah. But honestly, it made me respect him.
Hey, you gotta.
I was like, he'll pull it all
in a
stops to
moment
get
like
even.
that, yeah.
It's true. You didn't know what to expect after that.
No,
Wild
really
card.
didn't. I'm like, if I retaliate here, who knows what's coming next?
Yeah, what's
might
after
have-
spitting on someone?
Biting
Yeah.
your ear off.
Just chewing all my
Probably.
toes off. I'm like, whoops, while I'm sleeping.
What's going on? Stop.
Yeah,
You
So
don't
that was-
move. Cut it out.
that was a good time. That was
Cake
fun.
batter in your shorts.
Yeah.
The history of the firearm.
My
Sick.
favorite.
You're sick, dude.
Let me guess where it started.
I would love to hear it.
The one where you have to stick the ball in there and then you absolutely just crank on the nozzle.
Way farther back.
Further back than that.
Then a
Further back.
musket? A cannon? Is that the first?
Farther back.
What could it be?
Further. Can you give us the year? And we'll try and guess what.
Barrett 50 cal. Intervention.
No.
Good guesses.
Really good guess. Between the 10 and 12th century.
Dang.
So that's 11.
Slingshot.
Not a firearm.
The first firearm.
It wasn't bow and arrow. That's not a firearm.
Also not a firearm.
Dude, I don't know. What's before the musket?
How is it not flintlock something?
Is that what it is? Flintlock?
Way
What's a
back, dude.
flintlock pistol?
Exactly what it is. Like a pistol, but it's to shoot it. It's flint, so it's you create a spark. There's a
Okay.
sheet of powder in there. And
Oh, and that's
what
why
shoots
there's so
it.
much smoke
Gun.
out of those.
Yeah.
All right, give us the.
Yeah. What do you got?
Are our mics all the way out? Does it feel quiet to you guys?
I just feel like
can't hear us.
Like
Maybe
what he said.
just turn my volume up a little
We're
bit
having audio
on
issues.
one. Just crank.
Is
that
it better?
fucker. There we go. That's fine. I'm one. Yeah.
I think
Maybe.
you turned me up too. But
I'm
that's
3.
fine.
No, I'm 3. I gotta be 3. Hey, did you turn 3 up? He's like, yeah, you're 3. Okay, cool.
Oh well, no, I think I'm 3.
I might be 1 then.
Yeah, he's 1.
Yeah, whatever. There we go. That's fine.
I have no audio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Mine didn't change, but we're
Especially
good.
Bob, Steve, or
I'm
whatever.
the same.
Yeah.
So gunpowder was invented in China during the 9th century. The first firearm was the fire lance, which appeared in China between the 10th and 12th centuries.
Fire lance.
Never even
Fire
heard of
lance.
it.
Exactly.
Can you get into detail?
Of course I can.
Did you get into it?
It was depicted in a silk painting dated to the mid-10th century, but textual evidence of use does not appear until 1132, describing the siege of Dian.
So
Siege
cool.
of Dion, yeah. One of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. That was a big siege.
Yeah, we have these weekly groups where we go and talk about the Siege of Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my buddies. What we're going to talk about this week? Battle 3. And then we just talk about it.
It's really interesting stuff. So the fire lance consisted of a bamboo tube of gunpowder tied to a spear or other polearm. By the late 1100s, ingredients such as
Really?
pieces of shrapnel like porcelain shards or small iron pellets were added to
Oh yeah,
So
man.
it was like a
That's
manly,
It's so
stick-
primal,
the
man.
stick
Like just-
grenade.
yeah,
Just insane.
it's like a manly
Just
spitball.
a cooler harpoon gun is what I'm getting out of it.
A harpoon
Essentially
gun.
what it was. I mean, I'd imagine that it had like a string tied on the end or something. You'd have to ignite it somehow. And it says it only has a range of roughly 3 meters. So it's like you're standing for me to you away. And I just,
Really? That's the range? It makes it way less cool that it can shoot.
12
Can't
feet.
even hit the other wall in this room.
well, it doesn't shoot. It just blows up.
Oh.
But since it's in a tube filled
It
with
propels
shrapnel,
forward,
Yeah.
propels everywhere.
kind of forward.
I always like the word shrapnel.
Right. I suppose
a
if it
fun one.
wasn't bamboo, because bamboo is like so brittle, I guess, when it comes to explosions. It's
Do you
gonna-
think after they shot people, they'd be like, "You've been bamboozled"?
Maybe that's not where it came from.
It's probably.
it's got to be
You
what
had
it
me
is,
going
man.
there for a second. I was like,
Just
wait a
some
minute.
Chinese dudes over there going, "The bamboozled,"
I'd say it definitely sparked people using that term.
right?
Where else would it have came
Nathan,
from?
look up the term bamboozled and see if it peaked in the year 1162.
He's busy right now, Broden.
He's
Oh, also good to have Nathan back.
Nathan's
Missing
back
a couple of years. We had some syncing issues on the audio. I'll take the blame for that. We got our boy back.
To you, Nathan.
To Nathan.
To Nathan.
to Nathan.
Yeah, bamboozled. I wonder where that did come from. Maybe it's like Bam Margera just kept having booze, a bunch of
He
it.
did.
Oh, man, he had more than enough booze.
I wonder
I-
what he's up to these days.
He's fed.
Yeah, he's really fat.
We went different directions there.
I don't think he's dead.
No, he's not.
No,
dead.
because
Who died? Oh, Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah.
Dunn died. I went to the most recent Jackass movie,
Oh,
which came
man.
out in like 2021, maybe 2022, and he was on the set of that movie for 4 days, and then they all kicked him off because he was being too stupid.
To Bam Margera.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
doing like crazy stunts that would like throw guys for sure in the hospital and
Yeah.
maybe kill someone. He was just being an idiot, and
Leaving
a
the
dickhead.
toilet seat
So they
up.
kicked him off.
That really reminds me of that. Do you ever see that old tweet from Hulk Hogan? There was a picture of him and Bam Margera, and he goes, "Miss you every day, Bam. Like gone too soon," something like that. And Bam replied, and he just goes, "I'm still alive, man, but miss you too."
That's awesome.
Out
Nathan,
of
what do you got
nowhere.
for where the origin of bamboozled?
There's like 3 different main ones. There's one that says it's from a Scottish word, and then other one is from criminals. Or there's one that says like if bamboozled, the term is like hiding the truth.
Yeah.
Or to bamboozle or
Yep.
bamboozle.
Trick.
Yeah, is suggesting that hiding the truth is like concealing something behind a bamboo curtain.
Oh,
Mm,
we're on the right track though. It's got to do with bamboo.
does.
Those are shit. That would be a shit curtain.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
What did the
I mean,
like
you
the
can-
old
if you put it together real thick.
like the old Chinese curtains where it looks like paper and like they like accordion fold and like they put them
Yeah.
people go change behind them. I wonder if those weren't originally made out of bamboo.
I bet they were. Now that I think about like what they look like in my head,
Right.
definitely bamboo.
Bamboo's like such a
Bamboo was
versatile.
like the first paper.
And then the next iteration after that, they moved to the Iron Curtain.
And then the steel
Oh.
curtain with the Steelers defense in the 80s.
The steel curtain.
Steel curtain.
Yeah. The Iron Curtain.
You
What
could
were
see how humans have become industrialized from the bamboo curtain and
we went from wood to metal.
the Iron Curtain, which was the Soviet Union, right?
I think something.
And
like
then the
That's-
steel curtain.
that. Iron Curtain. That was fun talking
Mean
about
Joe
that.
Green.
My cousin has a little goldfish named Joe Blue Green.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is your cousin?
It's got to be like 12 now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like 32.
yeah.
Goldfish collector.
He's middle aged.
Joe Blue Green?
Joe Blue Green, yeah. Because he's blue and green. I don't know if you picked
Does
up
he
on
call
that,
him by his full name? Like if I were to call.
Here you go, Joe Blue
He
Green.
Yeah,
says
like-
Joe Blue Green
Got
to
your
other
flakes.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I was messing around with Joe Blue Green today.
Is your cousin, is like,
You
is he
mean messing
okay?
around with him?
Yeah,
What
he
do you
looks
do
like
with him?
Reba.
But is he okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I
Medically, yeah.
mean?
Medically,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. He's one of those kids. You just look goofy when you're younger, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I was the king of looking goofy when I was younger.
Yeah, it's
I
because
went-
you loved your calic. And then we got
I
to the
didn't.
short hair life.
Yeah.
But I had some long, weird looking hair too, man. I look like Coconut Head.
I did too.
Yeah.
I think we all did for a little bit.
You know,
I-
honestly, what kind of friends did we have that never told us this isn't the look?
It
But
was in.
all of our friends were doing it.
Yeah.
Thanks
everyone
to
had
Justin
long hair.
Bieber.
Yeah.
Nathan, bump my headphones down a little bit.
We're really yelling at him now.
It's really getting into it, and I can
Still
hear you
feeling it
just
from
fine.
last night.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I was at a Grand Forks hockey game, UND, this past weekend, and I got violently drunk.
What did you do in the third period?
I threw up.
Really?
I threw up in the third period, yeah. And then we proceeded to go out for a night on the town for another like 4 hours.
Little puking rally.
I rallied hard.
We got a
Did ya?
good story about Liam throwing up, bro. Do you want to share it when we're at Old Broadway in Fargo?
I've totally forgot about that.
Old Broadway in Fargo.
Oh,
All right. So this was years back.
It'll click, Liam. Just listen.
A couple of years ago, maybe about 2 years and a half ago. Where this
3 dudes
podcast
trip.
was birthed.
Yep.
We were on our way to Minneapolis. We thought we should do a podcast.
On our way back,
every
yeah.
every white guy has ever said. But we actually followed through, so congrats to us. We stopped at a bar on the way back from Minneapolis. We stopped in Fargo, went to a bar with some friends that we knew that were in town, and then we're hanging out, and I see Easton. He runs into the bathroom, and I'm going to follow him, but then I see he's going to the bathroom, so I turn around to...
So he runs after me. Wait for me.
I gotta hold it.
Yeah.
But I turn around, and there's an empty, almost, what do they call those? Almost
Bar-
like a
bar
kidney.
top.
Yeah, but like a kidney shaped. It was,
Yeah.
like the kidney tables you had in elementary school.
I would almost say it looked like an old school telephone that
Yes.
sets on the
Like the shape of a C almost.
like a hard
But
C.
it was empty. Not even like chairs around it, just an empty bar top for socializing. And I turn around and Liam's just leaning over there. And he's got his elbows on it and he's leaning over it and he just right on top of the table.
Right on top of the bar. Do you not remember that?
Right on top of the
Believe it or not, I don't remember this at all.
Really?
Were we outside?
No.
Inside of the bar on an empty
And there
bar
were
top.
so many people around and nobody saw it, which was the craziest thing. I thought it was tripping, man, because I was a little bit intoxicated.
Yeah.
And you just throw up on this table in the bar. Because remember, he was with whoever we were with. Yeah. And me and you went back. I was like, hey, I'll buy us a shot. And you're like, yeah, sounds good. We take the shots. And it was not long after that the shot came right back out. You're on threw up on top of the bar table. And then that wasn't all of it. So you leaned over the side of the table, where on the corner where the floor meets the wall.
Yeah.
And you just a little bit more. And then I looked at him. And I was like, oh, I got to go find Easton. I go find you. I'm like, we got to go.
Here's what you said when you find me. So I'm not with you two at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around. You come up to me and you're like, dude, go look at the bar over here. I was like, what? You're like, you got to see it. So I walk over there and I look, puke everywhere. And I'm like, ugh, why did I have to look at that? And I turn, I'm like, it's disgusting. And Broden goes, it was Liam. I was like, no shit. He's like, yeah, he was just standing here. And then he told me that same story. He's standing here leaning, threw up. He's like,
Dude,
I couldn't even believe what I saw.
Like, you wouldn't have guessed he was about to throw because he was like this. And then he just like in this didn't like move his arms or nothing, just went
Just nonchalant.
yeah. And I was like, what the
Just nonchalant lets it fall out of his mouth.
Oh,
dude,
man.
it's like those
I
things
didn't
where it's
wanna
like
make a scene, probably.
you never let him know your next move. That was what you were doing.
It's like, what's that guy doing over there?
'Cause he-
Throws up. We weren't expecting to see that from that guy.
And I just don't know how nobody else saw it.
Yeah.
I was the only one who saw it happen, and this is a bar full of I don't know a few hundred people. It's a
There
pretty
were,
big
yeah.
bar.
It's funny, yeah. And then after that, I'm like, it's disgusting.
And then I looked at him.
yeah,
and
we
was
gotta go.
like, yeah, Liam threw up everywhere. We have to leave before he gets in trouble.
Wow, this was in Fargo on the way back?
From
From our
Minneapolis.
twins trip, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Okay. So
we got
we
pretty
were,
intoxicated.
we were staying somewhere. Yeah. Wait, this all came from the story from Grand Forks.
yeah.
Yeah, so we were pre-gaming. We had a few beers in the garage before we went to the bar. Went to the bar, had a couple more drinks there. Ate some food. Third period hits, and I've already had however other many drinks I've had. And I was on the hard A, too. I was getting after it.
garage
Yeah.
beers, man.
Yeah, and so
Love garage beers.
we were just about to order another drink. There's me and Carolyn standing there, and I said, in my head, I go, yeah, I'm going to throw up. She goes, what do you want to drink? I
Isn't
said,
that the worst when
I
your
said-
mouth starts salivating and you're like,
you get
I'm
the
fucked.
spits?
Yeah.
She said, what do you want to drink? I said, surprise me. I got to go to the bathroom. Took off. Bathroom's not close. So I'm power
Holding it.
walking, and I'm swallowing as much as I possibly can.
Swallowing the skin on the side of his cheeks.
I make it in there. I go, get the door open. Bleh. All over.
Yeah.
Do the courtesy. I take the toilet paper. I wipe off the toilet, make sure it's all clean for the next guy.
Oh, nice.
And left and rallied, drank for the next 4 hours.
Did you feel like shit after that?
No, I felt better. You always feel a little bit better after you throw up, but I felt like shit this morning. I didn't get out of bed till 10. Every single bite of eggs I took this morning, I thought about throwing up. It was the most disgusting. Like I couldn't stomach any food. Powered through. Then got a nice
Did you
gas
keep 'em
station
down?
coffee. Yeah.
Probably what saved you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It could very well be. Yeah,
Were you at a
just-
hotel or at someone's house?
No, we stayed at a friend's house.
Okay. Yeah, you're not shy of the puke move, I don't think.
You got to do it sometimes.
I
Yeah.
respect it.
I prefer not to. I think it's hilarious the fact that that story at the bar is so funny because I don't remember it at all. But the fact that I was just sitting there, just nonchalant at the bar, and I go
I just remember
on the tabletop.
because like at that point I was not very drunk,
Yeah,
but
It was the first bar we were at.
I think that
Yeah.
shot.
Second
I
bar.
think that shot just didn't.
and like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
it
him
was just a
just
bad
and I
shot.
just was like, we didn't even drink that much.
Yeah, because
Noth-
that's probably. I think I just swallowed the shot wrong, or it just gave me a sour stomach. And
Yeah,
I
but
just, I just had to spit up real quick.
Just you like leaning like this, like you're pondering something, and then
I was pondering how am I gonna get out of this situation. Said how could I sit here for another 14 seconds and not throw up? And then I finally said, gonna throw up now.
There's quite the
That's a-
story I have about Broden throwing up. One time we were at the bar and he walks up with throw up on his shirt and he goes, someone just threw up on me in the bathroom. And I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, what the fuck? So I'm like, dude, that sucks so much. He's like, I gotta go home and change shirts. So he leaves, doesn't come back.
Of course.
Day or two later, he goes, yeah, it was me. I threw up on
It was
myself.
me.
I'm like, no way.
It was me.
But that's honestly a smart move. I never would have thought of just saying someone threw up on me.
I didn't think it would work.
He's pulling
But
out
it
all
did.
stops.
I don't know how you would even pull that off.
But I think if you
Someone just threw up
go
on
with
you.
a lie and then go with it confidently
Yeah.
enough that you can really
If you can sell it,
Confidence-
last week at work, so one of our more docile coworkers, we were all standing. He's not on our crew right now, so it makes it even better. We were standing there, and I go, "Did you hear about what this guy did a few weeks ago?" And like you like pose it like that when you're selling. They're like, "What?" I go, "Beat the shit out of his wife," and everyone was like, "What?" oh my God, like, why? And I go, I don't know. I lied.
I was lying to you guys, and
I
you all bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, confidence goes a long way, man.
It's all about,
confident enough,
all
yeah.
about the sell.
Yeah.
Speaking of projectile vomiting, how about some projectile guns?
Yeah.
Let's talk about them.
And so,
So-
you got another throw up story?
I have
Sure, our
tons.
audience is ecstatic about what we've talked about the
Yeah.
last 10
I
minutes.
have comment your favorite throw up story. I have so many. So that was not though like the first gun because it was just a bamboo tube of gunpowder. But
So what
First
would you classify as
firearm.
a gun then? It's got to be metal.
so
Can fit in your pocket.
it would be like it would have a barrel.
Like you
Okay.
can shoot it more than once,
I'd
right?
say, yeah. No.
No, I mean like without destroying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a rocket launcher
A
at
javelin.
the U.S. Yeah, the U.S. military is out. It is javelin.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. military, they shoot a javelin. You can only use it one time, and then it's just done. Costs $1 million every time.
That's insane.
$1 million, shoot it. Might as well drop it because that's what it's worth. Fucking nothing.
You could always reload them on MW2.
Yeah, it's fallacy.
Fake game,
It'd be cool. You could like hang it on a wall after.
right? Like I shot down some camels.
Yeah,
Be pretty fun.
be good.
So how that one was bamboo. So it says to better withstand the explosive power later on, the paper and bamboo of which fire lance barrels were originally made came to be replaced by metal. And to take full advantage of that power, the shrapnel came to be replaced by projectiles whose size and shape filled the barrel more closely. Fire lance barrels are made of metal appeared in 1276. Earlier in 1259, a pellet wad that filled the barrel was recorded that have used the fire lance projectile, making it the first recorded bullet in history. Then it moves on into the early 15th century with the arquebus. The arquebus was a firearm that appeared in Europe and the Ottoman Empire. Its name is derived from the German word Hackenbusch.
Hackenbush.
Go ahead and give that one a try.
I'm pretty German.
I'm pretty German.
Hackenbuch.
Yeah, Hackenbusch.
Hackenbusch. Thank you, my German friend.
Dude, I'm as German as they come, man.
Yeah.
This one guy was pretty German.
No, he's Austrian.
Really?
Yeah, put me in his shoes and see what I do.
It originally described a hand cannon with a lug or hook on the underside for stabilizing the weapon, usually on defensive fortifications. In the early 1500s, heavier variants known as the muskets that were fired from resting Y-shaped supports appeared. The musket was able to penetrate heavy armor, and as a result, armor declined, which also made the heavy musket obsolete. Although there is relatively little to no difference in design between the arquebus and the musket except in size and strength, it was the term musket which remained in use up to the 1800s.
We failed as humans to switch out musket
Mm.
for arquebus. That's such a kick-ass name. What
I
do you
thought you were gonna go a
Hand
different route.
me the arquebus.
See,
Yeah.
Liam, you're gonna hate this so much, but I'm gonna say it. I think you should raw dog the rest of this podcast on guns.
Cool.
I think I'd rather you talk more about your thoughts on guns,
I
ask
do.
us questions, and then pull some fun facts.
I do have
Because I know
list of
Broden's a
fun
good
facts.
Broden is a good what is it called when
Mediator.
when you hear information you soak it in well. You're good at I don't know absorbing
Interpretation.
Like when you were reading that, I'm sure he was following along. I was in La La Land.
Didn't
Right? You
get
said
comprehension?
incubus and Y barrel and yeah, comprehension's great. So
I've
I want to.
been
Yeah.
known to comprehend.
I mean,
But
you can tell some fun facts still, but
well,
So I mean, later on in life, fun fact. So the gun that won the West was
the gun that won the West was the wasn't
You're on the right track.
the revolver
yeah.
And
No.
2 zigzags, right?
Huh?
And 2 zigzags.
and 2 zigzags.
What?
Colt 45. That's what he's talking about.
Colt 45.
Guy.
Is that what it is?
I was gonna say the Henry repeater.
Dude, there's
The repeating
like,
rifle.
Yeah,
Like
the
first
repeating
repeating
rifle.
rifle was like huge.
So that was like an automatic weapon.
Semi-automatic.
Automatic is you hold the trigger down and it keeps shooting.
Yeah.
Semi is you have
But
to do something in between.
Compared to the guns that they had, the
Like, you
repeater
Fire
you
one,
mu-
they're like Sudoku, fill this out, then you can shoot again.
it.
Have to do something in between.
I love Sudoku. I get my daily Sudoku.
Here's an SAT.
Did you know? I learned this actually this week. A cowboy shot in film. What do you think that is?
Film from the
Cowboy
hip.
shot.
A cowboy shot
From
is
the
what
hip?
it's called. It's not from the hip. So generally in film, you have a tight, which is like neck to head, right? That's a tight shot. A medium, which is waist and up, and a full, which is your full body. A cowboy shot was created when they started shooting Wild West films.
Knees to chest.
It's about knees or middle of the thigh to the top of your head, so they could see the gun.
Yeah.
The old cowboy shot.
Dude, that's what I was just talking about.
Cowboy shots.
How kick ass.
Just talk about filming one of those. Because I was filming a video last week, and the person I was working with said, okay, we want a cowboy shot of this, like of the front of them, and then a cowboy shot of the back. I never heard that term before. So I was like, oh, yeah, I got to go get a glass of water quick. Walked away, Googled it. I'm like, cowboy shot. What's a cowboy shot? I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Dude, you
Shot
had him
cowboy shot.
totally fooled.
Yeah,
Genius.
let's go for the water.
Yep.
Always go for the water.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's like
Or you,
whenever I have to throw up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go grab something to drink real
if
quick.
you have to get out of something, one that always works is, I got to go take a shit. It works
Nobody's-
every time.
Yeah, nobody stops you from taking a shit.
Yeah, you're like, well, if it was a piss, you'd be like, you can hold it. But
Yeah.
when you're like, dude, I got to poop, people are like, well, I guess everybody take 5.
Yeah.
If you're ever on a phone call with our producer Nathan, and he doesn't want to talk to you anymore, he'll go, "All right, I gotta hang up. I'm getting another phone call right now." He won't.
Is
He
that a
doesn't have
staple
another
of you,
phone call.
Nathan?
That is something I use
Quite
on
frequently.
the weekly. I'd say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
hey man, I'm getting another call and I'll call you right back. Then just don't
I will
call.
not call you, which automatically
I will not
means
be.
I will not be calling you right back.
Yeah, this is the end of our
Yeah.
conversation.
I also got another not a conversation, but I met this guy at a bar, and he was from Saudi Arabia. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. Let's have a conversation with this man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh,
Screen
so
him.
when did you move?
Did he pass?
Oh, Broden. So,
Come on.
so I'm like, oh, when did you come over when did you come over to America? He's like, oh, I moved.
September 12th, 2001.
God, come on.
Dude,
Take
you're
this guy's
soft
mic.
tossing them to me.
This guy's-
You're soft tossing them.
Oh man.
Take this guy's mic away. So he's like, oh yeah, I moved over here when 2011 or whatever it was.
When my cousins died.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, why'd you come over here? I was like, why'd you come over here? And he said, flight school. He's like, oh, do you know what dissident is? You guys know what that is?
Isn't that
I've heard of
disease?
it.
No,
Dysentery.
dysentery. I think that's what pirates got.
Is it?
He was a pirate.
Some of the
Yeah.
Saudi Arabian or Somalians are pirates.
Yeah. So no, he said dissident. I said, I don't know what that is. And he's like, basically, I said some things they didn't like. So I was like, oh. I was like, I want to hear more. I didn't say that. I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I'm wanted in 5 countries.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And he's like, but mainly Saudi Arabia.
Do you say, is
Like,
one of
oh.
them here?
No, he's a U.S. citizen.
You should have said, because we don't want you here.
God.
Went to
I'm kidding, I'm
super
kidding,
nice
I'm
guy, really nice guy. And he said, yeah, I'm wanted in 5 countries, but mainly Saudi Arabia. Like played it off. He's like, just mainly Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
What are the other 4? You know. So then he's talking, and I was like, okay. So he's like, yeah, I was in a Saudi Arabian prison when I was 19, and then basically I escaped and came over here. So I was like, oh dang, kind of crazy. He's like, yeah, I came over here. He's like, they know exactly where I'm at though. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, well, I have an Arkansas number, and sometimes I'll just get random calls, and they'll say, hey, blank. We know exactly. I'm not going to say his name. Hey, blank. That's all they'll say. Just hey and his name. I'm like, that's nuts. They just know exactly where you are.
Did you meet him where we are, or do you meet him where we aren't are?
I met him in Minot.
Oh, no way.
Where we aren't are.
Yeah, I was
He
going
was
to say
trying to
like
confuse,
New
trying to-
York.
No.
Or
No.
something.
I met him in Minot. It was this week.
Wait, is there a bounty on him?
I don't think so.
Wow.
But then this other guy we were with, I was friends with him, said, yeah, one time I called the numbers back that they kept calling him from, and they answered and then just said bye and hung up. I'm like, this is nuts.
Completely unrelated question. Do you guys want to make a quick buck?
Stop.
No. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Dissident. I then Googled that after I said, hey, I gotta take a
Fine.
shit. And I went
Do
to the
it, man.
bathroom and I looked it up, and dissident says anytime you speak against what the government's whatever is,
Yeah.
whatever
beliefs.
the government's beliefs. Anytime you speak against that, they pretty much put you in prison.
Ballpark age of this guy?
I know his exact age. He's 32 years old.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was interesting. I was like, this.
That's a crazy conversation. I would have been
Yeah.
picking his brain for the next however
I
many
was.
hours.
I was. So I was.
How long ago was this? Recent?
Within a week.
Damn.
And he.
Take me to him. I want to ask this guy questions.
And then he was jokingly, which I don't know if he's joking. He's like, I shouldn't be here. Never supposed to go to the same place. I shouldn't be at the same location twice. And I was like, oh, they know you. I'm like, are they gonna drone strike you or what the fuck is
The
going
crazy
Am I
thing-
safe standing here?
Yeah.
If they know right where he is, they could come get him if they wanted to, but they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously the United States government isn't going to take too kindly to that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's literally terrorism on our soil.
Right.
If they did. So,
Unless is he a citizen?
of the United States, yeah.
Yeah, well, then they, whatever happened to him would
Yeah.
like spark outrage.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm leaving out some details for the privacy of this man. But
Yeah,
I'll
you
tell it
should.
to you after the show.
Thank you. I will
Um,
forget.
I won't. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget.
Do elephants have good memory?
Yeah.
Notoriously good memory.
You've never
How
heard
did
that
we
saying?
test that?
Paintings.
Paintings?
Yeah.
They can paint?
They recognize paintings.
Huh.
Yeah, they can recognize stuff, or
They can
but-
also paint.
yeah, they can actually, which is insane.
Oh, you're not joking.
I'm not joking.
No, he's not.
I
Nathan,
take,
will you just
I
type
take
in
elephants very seriously.
elephant memory? Or
What? What do you mean you take elephants very seriously?
I think they're a magnificent creature.
they are. They're s-
Like they're
so intelligent.
They're incredibly smart.
Like you study elephants?
I think
No, I don't study them. I just have a
Oh.
lot of respect for them.
Yeah.
elephants and dolphins, besides being like kind of pussies, they're so cool. Just because they're like so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
My f-
a grizzly bear. Before I go into a spiel, you go ahead.
I was just my favorite dolphin fact is that they will pass around like pufferfish that like release toxins, and it gets them high.
yeah,
And
they
so,
know.
and so they'll just hit this pufferfish back and forth to each other, like, and the toxins.
If
from
we
the
were to
pufferfish-
pass a joint around,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
them
that's
doing.
what the dolphins are doing.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
and they
cool.
know
What do you-
they know how much they can do before it will kill them.
I gotta be in your guys' house for. I want to sleep over just to see how.
Yeah,
Please,
dude,
please
my
sleep
bed's
over.
full. We can fit two.
Come over, dude.
Fit two and a twin.
I got a computer. You play Minecraft.
Obviously, you got a computer. You guys got to be sitting around and searching this stuff up somehow.
I'm a
Yeah.
big iPad guy.
Like, are you learning these facts together, you two? Because
We talk about it at dinner usually.
Yeah, we do.
all right, tell me what you
Our
found
d-
today.
Dude, our
Yeah,
dinner
pretty much.
conversations are pretty sweet sometimes. He was talking to me about cognitive dissonance.
Oh my
not too
god,
long
I got
ago.
into that conversation with him at the bar too.
Did
Me?
you?
At the lamp.
Oh,
last
yeah, you
weekend?
did.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he did.
Because I went on about carbon sequestration and you got into cognitive dissonance.
Oh, there's not a lot to get. There's not a lot to get into. I mean, cognitive dissonance is more of just a term.
Yeah.
We
but-
talk.
Cognitive dysentery.
Yeah.
We like, despite what this podcast is, him and I have some very like intellectual conversations.
I
I'm not.
believe it.
I'm
You
not
get 'em
near,
all,
near as
get
dumb
'em
as
all
I
out
make
of you,
myself.
and then you come on the show.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's get those good ones
I
out
give
of
myself a horrid rap on this podcast by just looking like a huge idiot. But
Well, we're already not really funny. So if him and I were to just go back and forth about stuff like that, it'd be really not funny, you know?
Yeah. it's-
Although actually I'd believe my mom says we're really funny. So if you say we're not,
Hey,
thanks, Don.
you.
what do you
Love
got,
you,
Nathan?
Mom. Love
guys
you, Mom.
Finger on the button.
It's not from paintings, but
I did make that up.
The elephants can follow the same paths and even hand down genetic memories of directions and places, grounds across generations.
Damn.
That a
See-
lot of animals do that though. Pass stuff down from generations.
I don't like. I was
Who
thinking
is
about like isn't that like the
studying
same
this?
as like birds flying south for the
Who-
winter?
Yeah.
But that's not.
That wouldn't be
That's
passed
not
down. They
knowledge
would be
on like places to stay because these elephants. As
That's
far
just
as I
like
know, They're
instinct.
not going hundreds of miles to a different climate, but the birds have the instinct to go south because of the climate.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Yes. So I don't think it's
Good
like
word.
the same thing, but it's different.
But I'm saying like I can't remember the exact experiment, but they basically took I don't know, let's say ants. And ants will make their nest or whatever, however many feet into the ground, we'll say, and they just like poison the ground at a certain depth, so the ants would die if they dug that deep. And then they let that happen for so long and so long, and then they took these ants and they moved them over somewhere else where there was no poison or like nothing that would kill them.
Stop
And
digging.
they never dug any deeper than that.
Past
again.
5 feet or whatever it was.
Yeah. Or like another really cool thing is like
What do we?
like fleas. Like if you put fleas in a jar, because like fleas would jump around and stuff like that, and then you remove that jar, all they realize in their entire lifespan was that jar, and they never go any farther away from each other than that, and they never jump any higher than the lid of that jar was.
Serious?
Yeah,
Is
look it up.
flea
it down.
just like a
Really sick.
fly's cousin?
It's
I'd say more of
tiny.
like
I've never
more of
seen
like
a flea. I don't
Like a
think.
lice.
they're really small. Yeah, they're Nice.
Who's paying for these studies? Or is it
That's
just
what I'm saying.
unemployed
It's-
people are like, let's try some shit?
No, they're definitely
take all the
employed. They
fleas
get
out of the dog.
grants from college.
See what's
So
going
when
on.
you pay $80,000 a year to go to school, somebody's talking about fleas for like a week at a time.
One of my grandpa's sayings is, anytime we're doing any gambling, poker, whatever, and someone makes a small bet, $1.50. Say, I'd watch fleas fuck for $1.50. And he calls. So yeah,
I've been
always like
playing
that
a
saying.
ton of World Star Poker on my phone,
Yeah.
and just messing with people is the funniest thing. And the guy's like, I ran up the bet one time, and then I accidentally went to go like do something else like real quick, and I accidentally swiped down on my phone screen, and so it backed me out, and I auto folded.
Yep.
And he immediately, like, me and him have been chipping back and forth, and
Yeah.
he goes, "Real classy move, run up the pot and then fold. Real nice, dude." I'm like, sorry, I tried.
I was texting.
I had a flush. Believe me, I wanted to go all in.
Yeah, I like the banter on those.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it's
It's just-
crazy though.
I've noticed that when you play for fake money online poker, people go absolutely retarded when they bet.
Yeah,
Like some guy will go all in and he's got like
right
a
away.
2-6 offsuit. It's like, what are you doing?
There's no stake in the game, man.
Exactly. And that's why it
Yeah.
sucks to play because
I know.
nobody ever actually plays legit.
Well, then when someone will do that, I like every table I get in, it'll be first hand, and someone will just go all in, and it's like, dude, we're all folding. No one's doing this with you.
Nice job.
You've won at most 250 grand of fake money now because we have not even seen the cards and everyone
Right.
folded.
And like the small blinds, like $20 or something.
Yeah.
And you go,
That happens in real poker when the people playing with you are richer than you, and you might be playing a 50-cent.
oh,
dollar game.
Sirhan.
Yeah, you might be playing a 50-cent dollar game, and then it's like, okay, well, they don't care about $200, but I'm in for $40. It's a little different,
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
It's something.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Guns. And
We were
Yeah.
talking about the guns. We were
Guns.
talking about the Wild West.
I just bought a gun if we want to keep it on guns.
You
did.
did?
A nice little and then so I bought an AR. It's an AR-15. Those of you can tell me what AR stands for.
I got it right here.
Armalite.
Nice.
Boom! Don't even own a gun, you know it.
Nope, I
Nice.
do.
Would you
People are like,
say
it doesn't sound for assault rifle, it sounds for Armalite.
do
There
you
you go.
not to get political, you not as a gun owner, do you think people should have the right to own a gun like an AR?
Yeah. I don't care. I just want to win a gun. I'm never going to buy one, but I'm going to keep joining raffles till I get one.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
There's
And
a
then
good
once you get
raffle
one,
in
you'll never
Velva.
do it again.
I can get you hooked
it's
up with.
fun. It's fun to win
Oh,
one.
is it?
I have this new theory. I don't know if I was telling you guys this or not, but I was thinking about it over like the last week and a half. And maybe I was telling you at the lamp that one night. But I think people actually have a roller coaster of luck and unluckiness. Okay.
You were telling me about this.
Yeah. So I haven't told the audience, so we'll get into it. And if you have heard it, I'm sorry. Nathan has it. So tune in, buddy. So I think we should be recognizing even the little small things that are considered lucky. You know, like if you order, let's say you go to McDonald's, you order a 10-piece nugget, maybe they give you 11. Okay. A little bit of luck there, right? You go you're doing your laundry maybe, and maybe you pull out a shirt and it's already folded or something. It's, you know what I mean? So you pick up these little small things in life that are lucky. if you can start to recognize those trends, those are the times when I should be like, let's go to the bar and play blackjack. Let's go play pig wheel. Let's do pull tabs, okay? You should also recognize the unlucky times. Maybe you stub your toe that day. Maybe you're cooking and you drop something on the floor. Maybe you get a hole in your pants that day or a hole in your sock. Those are your unlucky times. So if someone's like, hey, Easton, let's go to the lamp and play blackjack. If I'm noticing and recognizing I'm in that spell, I should be like, I'll go with you, but I'm not going to play blackjack. You know what I mean? Because I had this theory, and then we tested it last night, and we're at the lamplighter, and my dad, who's coach of hockey team, on a high hockey team, they took third. He said he found a penny on Thursday, a good luck penny, heads up. They won the first round game of state. Didn't find one the next day. They lost. Found something the third day. They won third. Went to the lamplighter when he got home. Played the VLTs. Won like $190. So it's like, dang, he's kind of on a lucky streak here, right? Bought some pull tabs. We didn't win anything, but we hit a 50 and 2 10s and whatever. So then I was like, I'm going to see if I can ride this luck streak. So I was like, hey, let's go play pig wheel. Go play pig wheel. We each put $3 on 12. First spin, hits 12. 100 and whatever, $120. I was like, I think I'm onto something here. And then once you see that some of this luck is changing, that's when you're like, okay, maybe I'm back to even keel.
Use your bad luck on something else.
Yeah.
Could you debate that when a series of unlucky things have happened that you would say that you're due for some luck and then you would try to press up on that?
Right.
You could debate it. I think that's the gambler's fallacy.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
do you remember like playing baseball? Like you'd be like on a huge offer and then somebody would be like, you're due, buddy. Like you're 0 for your last 6 games or whatever.
And I'd say I'm literally not due. I'm the furthest from due.
And then you'd come up and somebody would tell you to bunt. You'd shake them off. You'd hit a fucking game-tying triple.
But yeah, I don't know. Because you could definitely argue that. That's like you got to battle through it.
Yeah.
But I think you just have to.
On the metaphorical roller coaster, since you never know when it's coming up, you can't bet on it.
And I don't think you should battle through it by active decisions you make.
No,
Don't be
you
like, I'm
can't.
going to go gamble to try
Let
to
it
do this.
happen.
Yeah, you
Let it
can't.
Let
happen
it
until
take
you
its
start
course.
noticing. Yeah, until you start noticing, you're like, oh, sweet.
So you're saying almost
an
like
extra
put
$10.
it in the back of your mind
Yeah, be
and
more
just
aware.
live life, and then be aware of
Yeah.
where the streak, because everything's gonna have to like come back to the median. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
There's always a baseline.
So you got to know when your high is at its highest and your low is at your lowest.
Like if you're like, you drop something and you reach over and like make a great catch on it so it doesn't hit the floor. You're like, oh.
I do that all the time. But that's because I'm pretty convinced I'm
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but I don't know yet.
So
Never
those are
seen
the
him.
those are the lucky things, you know? And then that's my new theory. I'm being more aware of things that are happening around me, if it's lucky or unlucky. Try it if you wish.
I like that.
I'll let you guys.
I like that. Take every day with just a try to find that grain of luck.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
And it could be anything. It's like
We should put that on a T-shirt, man. We should start making stickers for the back of
That
car
whole
windows.
transcript that I just said.
yeah,
No.
Really
in
fine
quotes,
print on the back.
the entire back of the shirt.
So what you should do is,
No, I'd be looking for luck.
yeah, there you go.
Could be big.
Looking for luck in all the right places.
Who sang that song?
Billy Idol.
Is it?
Don't know.
Looking for love and all.
It's a country singer.
I want to say it is.
I
It
don't know.
is-
Is it our producer looking it up on his laptop?
It is.
Laptop's closed. Producer.
Looking for love.
Damn it,
Is
Nathan.
Is it Johnny Lee?
Unbelievable.
I'm honestly just ready to take Easton's advice tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Luck.
I feel like if you think, well, it's all about perspective too, because of all the things that could happen in the world, that a guy like me, that is in my conscious to wake up in the morning and be alive
Yep.
and a living being with choices,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty damn lucky.
You do that every single day, though.
So, yeah, but it's gonna not happen.
So it's your baseline.
You're gonna be dead more days than you're alive, so it's lucky to be alive every single day.
Right now, I've been alive more days than I've been dead.
So you keep
That's
the
your
luck going.
I'd say that's your baseline, though. Your baseline is waking up every day.
My
I consider
baseline
waking
is
up to
not
be
getting
a
ran
lucky
into
to
on
wake
their
up.
way to work.
So I'm gonna go gamble on my money away tomorrow.
When nobody hits me in their oil field truck on the way to work
Did
on
you get hit?
23, I almost died one night. I told it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you told them in the podcast. All right, Liam, guns.
Yeah.
Oh, so Broden, you got a new gun. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I bought a new AR. Put some sights on it, little grip, little foregrip. Oh man, I couldn't be more excited
What are you gonna
about just.
shoot? Who are you gonna shoot?
I don't know, anybody who wrongs me, I guess.
Heed my warning.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm making my list.
I'm real excited to own this gun because it's a cool gun. Liam actually has the same exact gun as me,
Yeah.
and we both own
Actually,
the same
Broden
exact
has the same gun as me.
Try to talk you out over dinner.
But
I think I'm gonna get that gun.
no, I just ended up going there one night and buying it, and then after I bought it,
What's
Our
one of
buddy-
those run a guy? Do you care sharing?
about $2,000.
Damn.
Depends on which one you get. So that's an AR. I mean, AR platforms, they're versatile. You can change a lot of things on them. They can range from
Uh,
500-600 to 3-4 grand.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you're willing to put into it.
There's a lot more that are like $500 or $600,
Would
and
you-
then there are like ones that are like $3,000.
What would you compare it to? Because if you compare like the $500 one to $2,000, what makes it better?
The trigger is nicer. It's more customizable.
So what do you mean by trigger nicer? Like it feels better?
Yes.
Like what would you compare it to
There's-
an
there's
item
like-
that I have?
Imagine that you have your
'Kay.
Apple iPhone right now, and then somebody tried to sell you a flip phone.
But I
here-
would say that's not comparable at all.
so. You have
because
your $100 little Kodak digital camera,
yep.
and then you have your, I don't know what that thing is, but you have your Optimus Prime thing
Yeah.
sitting right there.
But
That
is
is
it comparable?
your
I
full.
guess
We're
they-
comparing them right now.
But I feel like that's too drastic of a comparison.
It's
No, that's
I mean,
no.
well, that's what I'm saying with like the flip phone. Like it'll make calls for you. It can shoot off a text. Like both these guns will
It'll
shoot.
do its job.
But the iPhone, you have different apps, different stuff
scroll
like
the
that.
internet.
Yeah, I mean, you can do more
Right?
on
It's
it.
reliable. Like you know that this thing ain't just gonna break down and stop working for no reason.
That's the comparison I'm getting at. And
Yeah.
like where you're asking with like the trigger, like there's many different types of like trigger assemblies and different aspects of it. There's trigger pull weight, where sometimes the trigger is harder to pull, sometimes it's much lighter. There's trigger like reset, where some of them have a very, very minimal reset, where if you wanted to pull the trigger, it would be this much. Some of them are not that drastic, but way
Yeah.
more is what I'm saying.
Right.
Barrels super important. You can pay crazy amounts. I mean, then that's typically getting more into like long range shooting, as you would have a really like good rifled barrel bore, so it becomes much more accurate.
What's the longest gun you have?
The longest,
Probably my shotgun. You have
Yeah.
some rifles that are
yeah, I mean,
I've pictured being like the helper stick at pool.
no, not that long. I
That'd
mean,
be
they
crazy.
make
That'd be crazy
snipers that long.
a shotgun typically runs a 26 or 28 inch barrel.
They make shotguns or they make snipers that long.
Oh yeah,
Oh, ridiculously long.
Am I shooting to the Middle East from here?
dude, they've
You could
shot
try.
people at like miles. I want to say the longest sniper shot is
So
a
the
few
longer the
miles
barrel,
long.
the
Four
longer the-
miles,
The longer the
2
barrel,
miles,
the
2
more it's
miles.
rifled, so the more accurate it is to an extent. And since it's longer, through the barrel, it has to travel farther, so the bullet is under more compression, and so it allows it to shoot farther.
Right, and it's more stable because the
What's-
beginning
it's
of the
like-
trajectory is a lot less. What would you say? Like
what?
I can't. Think
What's
of
the
it, but
longest
whatever.
shot?
Chris Kyle or whatever.
Does Chris Kyle have it?
I think he does. Like the longest recorded kill.
Yeah.
Kill. But I mean, people shoot longer than that for target shooting.
Yeah, but
There was a shot by Mr. Kowalski
Mr. Beast.
spanning
Shot one of his subscribers.
12,468 feet, which is 2.3 miles.
there you go.
3 miles. So what would you compare? Because that means nothing to me.
2.3
compare-
miles.
how many
That's,
football
that's
fields is
across
that?
town, dude.
Two
Yeah.
Brooklyn bridges.
I was just.
I've
New
never
York.
been.
That's
He's
it.
never
I guess,
been to the-
I've
have-
never been on the Brooklyn.
How go?
How many
I'll do
football
it.
fields?
I'll
That's
do
how
it.
long
I'll
the
do it.
Brooklyn Bridge is
Two of them.
1.15
Oh, yeah.
miles.
Yeah, word on the
Oh
street.
shit. Word
That's
on the
what they're
bridge.
saying.
That's what they're telling me.
Oh, that's funny. Sketch. Tuesday.
Check base.
2.5 miles. How long do you think it would take me to be able to do that?
To do what?
To train to be able to do that?
10 minutes.
I mean, anybody can
10 minutes? I
shoot
couldn't kill
50
someone
rounds
from...
off and get one of them.
No, if I had a sniper rifle,
Yeah.
10 minutes, you think I could hit someone from 2.5 miles?
Okay, maybe not that. I was thinking more in the aspect of like, it's a very simple concept, but it's not. Like you just gotta aim and shoot.
2.5
But
miles.
once you start getting that far, then you start thinking about windage, bullet drop. There's tons of different variables and stuff like that where you gotta click different adjustments, elevation, wind, move the actual crosshairs over.
Yeah, so 10 minutes I think is a small understatement.
I'd give you probably
So-
a half hour and a lot of bullets.
Half hour, you think I could do it? Really?
2.5
Just
miles
keep shooting.
would be from the Walmart turn off of Broadway,
Yep.
coming from the south or whatever.
Yep,
Like
our
you-
only Walmart.
Yeah, but like not the
Yes, I got you.
off the frontage road or whatever.
Yes.
Would be from there to Burdick Expressway.
Really?
That's 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
What's Burdick Expressway?
Mesa Road. Sports on Tap
Mattress
intersection.
Yeah, Sports on Tap. The
Mattress
Trinity
firm,
parking
money
lot.
laundering.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely think I need longer than a half hour. I think it'd take me a half hour to figure out how to even shoot the thing.
It don't take that long.
Pull the trigger.
I think you underestimate
Put it in,
yourself.
pull the trigger. Yeah, it's very simple.
How long do you think it'd take you to shoot somebody from 2.5 miles away?
Are they
Or a
moving?
target?
Yeah,
Oh, they could stand still.
they can stand
Thank you.
still. I'm gonna
Appreciate
say
that volunteer person at the end of the bridge. Don't move.
Hey, would you just stand right there for me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
30
say.
minutes.
I mean, you could shoot a gun pretty quickly. So
I'd
I mean, it
I'd
ta-
say give me
No, I'm
like give me
saying
5.
sniper. You
give
don't
me
get
5.
like, you don't just get a spray.
yeah, but it's a sniper, dude.
It's not worth spraying because you're not gonna like. If you give me 5, you have to shoot and you have to say, okay, you were 10 feet low and 3 feet to the
That's what I'm
right,
saying. Your first shot will tell you so much.
and then you adjust from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and then once you adjust, you're gonna get that much closer.
So
You say,
so with all those variables, how long do you think?
5-10 minutes.
yeah, I was gonna say less than 15 minutes.
So why is Chris Kyle so impressive?
Because he did it on the first time.
You did
Yeah.
it one time.
Yeah, he would shoot
And
somebody
these,
on
and
the
these
first
are, these
try.
are people that are actively trying to not get shot.
Yeah.
They're not standing at the
Well,
end
I'd
of the
say-
Not
bridge.
only are they actively not trying to get shot, they're trying to shoot Chris Kyle and his buddies.
Yeah. So he was
Yeah.
able to.
I like to think I'm actively trying to not get shot too.
I think we all are.
I
We're all
yeah.
living day to day.
I think I'm just I'm on the same level as those Afghanistan people he was shooting. What do they call them? Afghanis?
Yeah.
Afghans?
Terrorists.
Come on, bro.
What,
Dude,
what
I didn't
about
realize.
like? You think you could shoot someone else
Like physically, or
if you
like,
had to? Yeah.
what are they doing?
Trying to kill you.
Yeah.
My point is, there you go. See, that's,
Would you?
and that's where it's like that's the entire reason of like people owning guns and the Second Amendment is like I don't ever want to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna get shot. I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot somebody, but I will shoot you if I have to. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be like bad for you. Like I'll shoot you in the face. Like I don't care. That's where I'm at.
I
Like
prefer it. Bro.
The person getting
Yeah.
shot would probably prefer it too.
Probably. No one wants to get hit in the leg.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel good.
Yeah. Bro would make him suffer. He'd be like, kneecap. Still trying to kill me? Hand.
Punch himself in the face.
Ear.
Split blood in his face.
Yeah, hit him with a PVC pipe to death. That'd be my go-to move.
if I was pissed off enough, yeah, I could probably really make it suck for someone.
Yeah. So
Speaking
what
of
you're
that,
saying
I
is you're
prefer
tor-
not
you could
to.
torture.
I wouldn't want to torture. I don't know if like somebody like kidnapped my mom and then tortured her and killed her. If I found that person, it would get
One time I
Insane.
watched a movie with my mom and dad when I was younger. I can't remember what it was, but it was on something like Guantanamo Bay where we hold.
Harold and Kumar.
No, it was like a. It's like an actual war movie. I can't remember what it was, but they were torturing this terrorist like in this cement room, and they're waterboarding him and all this stuff. And I started crying. I was like a 10-year-old kid. I was like, that poor guy. They tortured him. My dad is like, he's a terrorist in America. He deserves to stop crying. I'm like, stop crying. Yeah, that's when I learned terrorists aren't good.
That's when you learn how to be a patriot. that's when you learn how to love America, son. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, he's like, cut the sleeves off your
These
shirt right
colors don't run, boy.
I just saw this post of this kid when he was acting up when he was really young. He didn't want to mow the lawn. And so his dad took him inside and sat him down, and they watched like Act of Valor, some war movie like that, and they didn't say a word the entire time until the credits rolled, and the dad looked over and said, "You know what those men would give to mow the lawn one more time?"
He's got a point, though.
Yeah,
It's true.
bro. And I could see you in the military.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not as like
Yeah.
A mechanic.
no, like I'd
No.
say an inspiring figure for the troops.
Yeah, I go over and I do a
God
little.
bless America and God bless our troops.
Yeah, I go over, do a little stand-up routine
Yeah,
for a couple thousand troops, and they're like,
we need
"We're
to get out of here.
protecting these
We're
retards."
protecting this guy.
This guy stinks.
Yeah, drop their arms on the ground right there. What else we got for guns, Liam?
We got, in light of us talking about snipers, the Whitworth rifle was arguably the first long-range sniper in the world, designed in 1854 by Sir Joseph Whitworth, a prominent British engineer. It used barrels with hexagonal polygonal rifling,
A little
which meant that the
conceited.
projectile did not have to bite into the rifling grooves as with conventional rifling.
How do you get to be called a sir?
Own something. Own a nice chunk of land.
I want
Really?
to say sirs, like you basically get like knighted by the queen.
I met a guy that was knighted.
The
Really?
Rolf Stang, knighted by the King of Norway.
that's
Sick.
cool.
Yeah.
How did he do that?
How did he do that?
Did you just see the King of Norway out walking around? He goes,
He-
you free for a quick knighting? Little
He-
moonlighting at Applebee's? Kinda?
What do you got, Nathan?
It is knighting.
What do you
That's how you become a
Like,
sir.
When a
Really?
sir is used to address a man who has been awarded a knighthood.
knighthood?
That's like the dude who acted in Lord of the Rings. I forget his name, but he's sir. He got knighted by the Queen of England or whatever.
Yeah. So is it just any king or queen?
Who's
knights
that
you?
actor that's Sir something?
Sir
Sir
It was
Richard Branson.
It was Charles Xavier.
There's a Sir Mix-a-Lot.
That's
Sir
him.
Patrick Stewart? Is
Yeah,
Patrick
that's-
Stewart?
Yeah,
been-
I'm pretty
been
sure.
knighted?
pretty
I
sure.
want to say, oh man, one of the James Bond's guys. One of the guys who did James Bond, whatever the six of them are, one of them are knighted. Look up
There's a lot of them.
that
Lot
are
of
knighted.
sirs.
Um,
What is it? Does it?
I'll shout out some ones that I know. Paul McCarthy, Elton John,
Elton John's knighted.
Sweet.
I feel like you gotta be cooler. You can't just be
Sean
a
Connery.
Yes,
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery. I feel like you have to be
British.
cooler.
Are British people
Well, like
cool though?
A singer, you just knight Elton John for what?
For being kick-ass, dude.
So it's just a kick-ass award.
Yeah, like he's. Yeah, I guess. Like this guy
Kick-ass.
rocks.
He's fighting a different war.
Yeah, yeah. He okay. So this guy that got knighted is the world's foremost Hans Christian Andersen impersonator.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to say that dude came to my elementary school.
He did. He lives here. He goes to the Huss Fest every year. That's where we interviewed him.
He's been knighted by the King of Norway.
Yep.
And I didn't even know it in third grade when he came to my classroom.
Yep. And he talked about Hans Christian Andersen, which I'm not entirely sure. Hans
I don't
Christian
even know
Andersen-
who that is or what he did.
I
I know he was a real guy at one
Google
point.
Hans Christian Andersen.
Was he like a storyteller?
Folk tales.
Like author kind of dude?
Yeah. I think we should do a episode on like folk tales.
Old
He was
wives'
a
tale?
Danish author, writer of plays, novels, poems.
He's got one really famous play. Jack be nimble,
Camelot.
Jack be quick.
Yeah, he has a lot of fairy tales.
Yeah. Peter Pan is one of his.
Really? I think
Ugly
Hans is
Duckling?
such a cool name
The Ugly
too.
Duckling, that's what it was.
Yep.
Hans. Yes. What's that other
Hans Zimmerman.
Wim Hof? Hans Zimmerman. He's the. And it's not Zimmerman. It's Zimmer, I think.
Hans
Yeah,
Zimmer.
pretty
Yeah, he's
much.
the pianist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does scores for music.
Yeah.
Scores for music. Scores for movies. Soundtracks. Scores.
And he's damn good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably, if you really have a favorite soundtrack from a movie, which you definitely have to be a movie nerd to have one, he's probably done it.
Interstellar,
Interstellar.
and he did that one.
Yeah. Blade Runner. I think he did Blade Runner.
Yeah, he did Tron too, I think.
Yep. 1917. Great movie, by the way. Two
Pirates
shots.
of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Did he?
I
Yeah.
don't know if it was
Kung
Caribbean or
Fu
Caribbean.
Panda. That's
It's
not really known for
tomato.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Madagascar. Megamind. Yeah, dude's a big name.
Yeah. His name's Hans. I feel like if you get named Hans, you got to be pretty successful. I'm naming my kid Hans.
I know a dog named Hans, and he's really good at what he does.
Mhm.
A dog.
Yeah, he's
Nice
a
dog.
hunting dog,
Okay.
He's a good dog.
and he's a damn good dog.
One of our buddies has pretty good hunting dogs. Judy and the clan, I call him.
Oh, the Birch,
Yeah.
Birch Tolo. He's been coming to Vegas with us again, man.
That's
Dude,
gonna be so fun.
being in Vegas with Barchi is one of the top 5 feelings of my life.
Yeah, he's got no
He-
cares in the world, man.
Is awesome. What a guy. I love hanging out with him, and just like his ability to just go with the flow, man. You know what I mean?
He's a flow guy.
Yeah.
You need some of those
He
guys.
just rides every wave that comes through,
Yep.
and he loves it too. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing's ever wrong. He's just having a good time all the time.
Do whatever. What do you got, Nathan?
Hans Zimmer just doesn't look like a guy who would cook.
The heck?
Not like food wise, but like
He
cook it
looks
up in the studio.
Like a
Yeah.
Pennsylvania politician.
yeah.
He looks like
That's
Chris
not
Christie.
What I
Yeah.
thought he looked like at all.
I figured
I
he'd
thought
be
he was going to be
slimmer.
skinny. Yeah.
Why did we think that?
I
He's a
thought, yeah,
fat
I
fucker
don't
for
think
no reason.
Hans
I thought
are
he looked
ever
like
fat
Christian Bale or
asses
It's in the
though.
something.
name.
What did you just say?
I thought he looked like Christian Bale.
I think it's
Like-
his last name, Zimmer, and it just sounds like
Yeah.
some guy who would be not.
Yeah, I don't know a fat Zimmer.
But you know a guy that's been knighted.
Yeah. I don't have him on speed dial or anything. Met him. He's wearing a giant top
I always
hat.
forget that like the Hoos Fest in like this place is super famous to a lot of other places
#1 Scandinavian festival in North America.
in the world. I thought.
Might be. I just wanted to dumb it down in case I was wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's definitely North America.
You're definitely right because it might be the largest one in the world.
Liam, what else you got for us on guns? I'm sure we're getting close
Yeah,
to.
no.
I just got a couple. What do you think the most popular gun in the world is?
Like okay, you have to narrow me down here.
Glock.
Yeah, like do you mean like
Super good contender. Glock ranks up there.
is that like the brand of
12
gun?
gauge.
Yeah, well, Glocks. I mean, the
Or are you talking like pistol, shotgun, rifle?
just all guns.
1919.
1911.
1911.
Yeah, what? No.
Is it a 9mm?
No.
See, 9mm.
7.62.
It's a 7.62. Is
See, a
it the
9mm
AK-47?
just sounds like a
Really?
Yeah,
sounds like a kind of gun.
It's a
9mm.
caliber.
Yeah.
caliber of gun.
So I want a name.
A
You know?
9mm. A lot of different guns shoot 9mm.
I know, but if I go into Shields and say I want a 9mm,
They're gonna
say,
show you
They're
a
gonna probably show you a
Glock,
pistol.
a Sig. Yeah,
yeah. So I don't want them to show me 8 things. I want me to show one item. That's what I think should be the most popular gun. So your 9mm guess.
That's like
seems-
going into a car dealership and being like, I want a truck.
No, it's like going into a car dealership and saying, I want a Chevy 1500.
no, that's not. If you say 9mm, you're walking into a car dealership and saying,
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's foolish that you said 9mm guessing the most popular gun. Because if he said guess the most popular truck or guess the most popular vehicle, and you
no, I
said
was trying
truck.
because he said most popular gun. I was trying to get him to give me a category because I didn't know if he meant like
No, okay,
9
that's
mil.
cheating. You just want to cheat on this podcast? Guess a gun like I did, man.
What did you guess?
Glock. Is that one gun? That
It's a
eighth.
brand.
Glock is a brand of guns. Yeah,
They make pistols or
See,
anything.
I pictured
Mostly
a
pistols.
pistol.
that's because Glocks. That's their
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm thinking
Glock
you should
18,
say like
Glock
a
19.
Remington, whatever.
yeah. Is it a Winchester SX4?
No,
So if I say AK-47,
Yeah,
that's the
a
most
gun.
popular gun in
Yeah.
the world.
that would be a good guess. Most popular gun. But if I'm like
Kalashnikov.
50 cal,
Dude, the Russians were doing it back in the 80s and stuff, man. They're
I think they're still doing it. I think
maybe
they still have a lot of
They're doing
those.
something.
So AK-47, do they not like get? Do they just keep redoing them? It's like a Honda Civic. You just get new models every year.
the AK-47 is
It's
more
most.
like a
It's more popular. So it says. The AK-47 has succeeded so wildly because it is almost an ideal realization of the personal firearm, where most weapons have had to contend with trade-offs between accuracy, lethality, speed of fire, reliability, cost of production, and ease of carrying and use. The AK-47 managed to find a sweet spot maximizing these variables.
Why don't we use them then? Why do we use M14s?
because it's Russian.
Russians or AK-47s Russian?
Well, that's where you would trade off between the fact that the AK-47 is a 7.62 round, which is bigger than the 5.56 that we use in M16s. So you're able to carry more rounds with the M16 because it shoots a smaller caliber.
Did I say M14? M16.
One of them.
You said M14. but
Is one of them a thing?
Well, there's the M1, there's the M4, which are just
Okay.
those are just styles.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different like nationalities of AK-47s too, right?
Russian brand.
'Cause,
There's different versions.
Everybody has their own twist to it.
Yeah. In 2020, the group reported that the estimated number of firearms in civilian possession was how much?
In America?
Not just the AK-47. I'm saying like, I
In the
think
world.
is what I googled was like
America or
was
the
in
world?
America.
America.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Because I googled how many guns in the U.S.
we got 330 million people. Probably.
I'm gonna say 750 million.
Much lower.
guns.
Much
Are you
lower.
Well, this was
fucking
in
crazy?
2020 too.
Oh, 2020.
Everyone in the world owns two.
No,
That's zero.
I was
There's
gonna say,
kids.
dude, there's a lot of people that I know that own
9.
More.
30 guns.
I guess it's like everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame. I don't get 15. He
Okay,
gets 25
is it
years, and he gets 0.
100?
He gets 0. He gets,
Is it 75 million?
I'm gonna go with
Way higher.
120 million.
Higher.
220.
300?
220.
433.9 million.
Really?
So there's more than one gun per person in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they know about.
Exactly. And this is in 2020.
I mean,
that
they know about. Are they crafting their own?
No.
Yes.
So actually, right here,
There's a lot of unregistered firearms in the country.
what is
So
the
those are on the
process of
register.
obtaining a gun in the United States? So, unlike in many countries, buying a gun legally in the U.S. isn't as difficult. Anyone who is in the business of selling guns must have a gun dealer license. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms issues those licenses and regulates gun dealers. There are tens of thousands of licensed gun dealers in America. In fact, there are more licensed gun dealers in America than Starbucks and McDonald's stores combined. Outside of federally licensed gun dealers, guns can still be purchased through private sales, both online and at gun shows.
So in this state, I could sell you my gun right now, and that's it. Like I could just say, give me $500, and I don't have to register it to anybody, or you don't have to register it to the government. I can just sell it to you, and then to cover my ass, I whip up a bill of sale saying that you sign it, saying that you bought it. I sign it saying I sell it, but you don't have to go to the state government
People, yeah.
and say
In other
I own
states
this
you do?
gun. A lot of other states you do.
Huh. So, can I buy an AK-47?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Just it's not going to be fully automatic.
We can't own fully automatic guns.
I know that, but okay, so it's not. Nathan's giving us some quotations. So
Legally.
is there any guns that
can't
are like
buy.
foreign that I can't get? Do the Russians have something I can't get?
ICBM.
Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of those around here.
Yeah, I probably can't have
Out
one
in
of those in my
my garage, yeah, the whole roof comes off.
But like any like things I could put like in a cabinet.
I don't know.
There's a lot of
sure-
hoops you
Can
could
you
jump
order
through.
it? Can they ship me a gun?
It would have if you
Would I have
bought
to
a
go to a
gun.
gun
If you
store?
bought a gun online, you would have to ship it to somebody with a FFL.
Okay. Is that like the FFA?
No, that's
Close.
it's what
Future
what I was just saying about like,
Future Firers of Lebanon.
it's, Lebanon. It's the people that are allowed to sell guns.
Okay.
You have to
The
have
Firefighters League.
Yeah. Come on.
I love acronyms. Should do
Me
a whole
too.
episode on acronyms. Be great.
We could just rip them.
Just come up with our own.
Yeah.
We read them, but come up with our own.
Hey, the
MLB.
the
MLB, but it's not baseball. What do you got?
Minor league bitchers.
most lucrative.
Midgets licking balls.
Damn it.
Most
Dude,
lucrative
that's
balls.
literally what I had in my head. But it was men. Men lick balls.
All
Some
right.
do. Some do.
Yeah. What did you say?
Oh, the CSSG,
CSSG.
comically small signature gang.
Oh yeah, that's a good one there.
Caucasians stop shooting Africans.
CSSA.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
That's all I got.
All right.
Episode 79. Send us off, Liam.
Episode 79. Send us off, bro.
Episode 79. Send us off, Nathan.
Thanks for watching, guys. Join us in for next week.